This is Jackie from All Access, and I'm here with Rob Lynch, and we are here at Vans Warped Tour. Rob, what stage are you playing?
I'm playing on the acoustic basement stage, the haven of the festival.
I know you're being sarcastic, but acoustic music is great, and we shouldn't knock it. My only question is, how does it fit in with the Warped Tour crowd?
I think on a basic level, a lot of the artists that are playing on the acoustic basement are kind of from that punk kind of DIY background, so we've all played in people's living rooms, in basements and whatnot, so there's that. But we've also got half of the bands playing on the stage are doing acoustic sets who are playing on other stages, so you know, there's that familiarity with those bands, and then people will stick around to watch some just acoustic artists. And yeah, it's nice for people to have a change from the being shouted at all day and being people going, "Oh, what's up, you motherfuckers?" Like, we're going to be like, "Hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming to hang out with us."
I agree. It is good to get a break from being shouted at. So what do you bring to your set?
Uplifting songs about life and death.
Okay.
That's straight out of a press release.
It really does. Do you write your own press releases, or do you just...
I used to until I could afford a publicist.
So then I'll ask, what, if it's about life and death, what are some things that have inspired your songwriting?
So the death of my father when I was 21, that had a lot to do with figuring out taking the positives from lives when you're in a negative place. And I try and talk about things that aren't necessarily the most upbeat subjects, but you try and take the positive parts on them and make people realise that it's okay to be sad sometimes, or it's good to feel happy about things that are great. So that's it in a nutshell, really.
I like that, because I think if you don't go through those bad moments, you don't appreciate the good times.
Absolutely, completely. And that's like a metaphor for Warped Tour as well. It's like it's a 2-month-long beast. And like, people think it's like you're partying, having the best time all the time, but there are days where you're kind of a bit more down, and then the next day you're having the best time ever, and it's, yeah.
That's very true. There are some days where it's very hot, other days where it's very humid, and there's days like today when it's both, and it hasn't figured out what it's going to do weather-wise today.
I don't know what's going on. I stepped out of the bus this morning, and I was like, oh, this is definitely jeans weather. This is like an English summer. And then it started like blowing a gale, and I walked into my stage earlier, and we have our merch set up in there. I was watching Brian Marquis, who runs the stage, and I was just walking around my own business, and it just got a bang. Like, one of the stands came down with all his merch on and cracked me in the face. So, yeah, I'm all right, though.
Got it. Beaten up by your own merch.
No, not even my own merch. Someone else's merch, yeah.
Well, see, then you can sue.
I know, that's what I told him. That's what I pay for the insurance for.
I noticed that you've got a bit of tattoos on your arm there, and on your foot. I
drew these on this morning with...
I've heard that line before. Do you go to one artist, or are they sort of a collection of as you're going to...
They're just a collection. They tend to be postmarks of places I've been or experiences I've had. So they're from all sorts of different people, yeah.
What's your most recent?
This guy here I got done in...
Some sort of bear?
Yeah. I like bears more than I like humans. But I got it done when I was in Berlin. I was doing a headline show over there with my band, and we actually stayed in a tattoo parlor or studio because we have a friend who works there, and we didn't have to pay for a hotel that way. So I woke up in the morning, I was like, it'd probably be rude not to get something done. And
what's the name of the studio?
It's called, I forgot the name of it. It's the best fucking tattoo studio I've ever been to. And it slipped my mind. I'm so sorry for them.
The artist?
Martin Yarn was the artist. But I follow them on Instagram. I look at their pictures every day, and I've forgotten the name because I've been put on the spot.
It's okay. If it comes up later, we'll go back there to it. So you've gotten sort of a collection going as you're traveling. And you mentioned that was when you were performing with your band. Tell me more about your band.
They join me for shows when it's like a bigger audience and there's more money involved, so I can afford to take them about.
And their name is?
They're just part of Rob Lynch.
They're just...
I affectionately call them the Pins, because Rob Lynch and the Pins and Lynch Pin, Lynch pins.
That's clever.
Yeah.
I like the play on words. That's clever.
And I like bowling, so, you know, it works.
What's your average score?
We had a bowling competition last week for charity, so all the bands played, and I was on the acoustic basement team, and I got 156, which is, it's not bad. I was the top in our team. I was propping them up, you know. We got to the second round, and then we got knocked out because we all drank a bit too much, lagaritas or whatever it's called, and yeah. So I reckon, like, yeah, hundreds. In the hundreds, around that 100 mid-mark.
Okay, it's not bad. It's not great. It's not great. But when your mates are with you, describe your sound.
Like, yeah, interesting. Like, it's folk, pop, rock, punk, kind of a melange of those things, but not quite being any of them. Just, it's a bloody good time. That's what it is.
I like the melange. That works well. This is the 20th anniversary of Vans Warped Tour. What were you up to 20 years ago?
How old am I? I was 8 years old, and I was probably on holiday in Cornwall with my family, which is a beautiful coastal part of southern England, or southwest, and probably in a rock pool or in a little blow-up boat being pushed around. That's probably exactly what I was doing right this time. 20 years ago, yeah.
So growing up, what kind of music did you listen to?
From what age do you want me to start?
About 13.
13.
That's what I think. You're about old enough to pick out your own stuff.
Sure. Blink-182, The Offspring, Green Day, NoFX. And then sometimes a bit of something like Semisonic on the side. I'd go branch out a bit. Ash, Blur, Eminem, because obviously you're eclectic and you listen to the radio and you're still very malleable at 13, but pop punk's the thing that then stayed with me for the next, like, 10 years.
That's a good collection. I think that those are bands to be proud to reference at any point.
Yeah, I just didn't talk about the embarrassing ones that I listened to.
Well, that's why you're a smart man. So what's up next for you after Warped Tour?
I get to go home for 3 weeks. See my girlfriend, see some friends. So I was on tour for 5 weeks before I came out on Warp, so I would have been away for over 3 months. Then my record comes out in September, so I do a UK headline tour, then another European headline tour. Then mid-November I can stop and maybe take a few weeks off and go on holiday.
What's the name of your album?
All These Nights in Bars Will Somehow Save My Soul.
Here's to hoping on that one. I mean, please let me know when that comes true. Well, stay tuned for more from Rob Lynch. This is Jackie. Thanks to All Access and In the Key of Change.